a woman discovered something strange while browsing the internet. She noticed a dark shadow behind her boyfriend. At first, neither of them took it too seriously. They thought it was just her boyfriend's roommate. A few seconds later, the black shadow suddenly rushed out. Daisy wanted to do something for her boyfriend, but she was dozens of kilometers away in the suburbs. The next day, her boyfriend was lying in a coffin. Friends and family came to pay their respects. They asked her what happened yesterday, but Daisy spoke nervously. That terrifying shadow was everywhere. She took out her camera right there, saying only cameras could capture it. However, after looking around, no shadow appeared on her phone. Everyone thought Daisy was just overly nervous, probably just shocked by what happened. But strange things had happened before. 2 weeks ago, she just recorded a video at home. When Daisy checked the video, she found a black shadow standing behind the door. She thought her eyes were playing tricks on her. After all, when she looked back, nothing was there. Was she just under too much stress lately? Daisy continued watching the video carelessly, but there was indeed a figure standing in the recording. Daisy stared at her phone blankly for several minutes, yet she could never make out what the figure looked like, until she went to the living room and saw her adoptive parents, who handed her a letter. The letter was from Daisy's biological mother. Her birth mother had reportedly passed away recently. Upon hearing this, Daisy was overwhelmed with grief. She had never met her biological mother, and now all that remained was this letter to remember her by. Daisy quickly returned to her room and opened her computer. Using the address from the letter, she soon found her mother's residence. However, what was strange was, her mother's apartment was nearby. Daisy often passed by this place. She couldn't understand why her mother never came to find her. This question troubled her all day. She was listless during class, until something weird happened on her way home after school. She heard crying sounds through her earphones. Daisy tried to locate where the sound was coming from, looking around and listening carefully. But no matter how carefully she listened, she kept overlooking her mother's former apartment. Daisy sat in the park carefully recalling what happened. Accidentally found something even stranger on her phone. Not only was there a black figure in that home video, but it appeared in her other daily recordings too. This black figure seemed to be following her constantly. Daisy instantly felt a creeping unease. Every day, no matter where she was, she began cautiously checking her surroundings. Daisy felt helpless about everything. Now her boyfriend had died because of it. Daisy feared the black figure would come for her, so she held her phone like a camera, waiting constantly for the black figure to appear. However, she couldn't resist feeling sleepy, finally closed her eyes and fell asleep. But just when she let her guard down, a figure suddenly appeared on the right side of the lens. Unfortunately, the phone hadn't started recording. The next day when Daisy woke up, she found nothing unusual. Her adoptive parents thought she was sad about her boyfriend's death, so they suggested Daisy should go out to clear her mind, planning to take her to a party that night. Everyone was dancing happily at the party, except Daisy, who smiled half-heartedly in the corner. Fortunately, 2 friends understood her. Learning that Daisy wasn't in the mood for the party, they offered to take her home. However, strange things happened again on the way. Crying sounds came from her phone again, and that voice could only be heard by Daisy. Daisy realized it must be connected to the apartment where her mother had lived. She walked over there as if in a trance. Her 2 friends were worried about what might happen to her, so they followed Daisy into the building. But this decision would make them regret for the rest of their lives.